I've been asked this question, why should we choose Maitland over any other place in Australia? And I would say it's a balance between good weather, good people, good work-life balance, very good pay when you look at the whole package, and specifically the team that we have at Maitland. I just find that it's unique to a lot of places.
Everybody in the department has been orientating me and guiding me through the system very carefully and very slowly. They gave me the confidence that you can go through the system properly, you can learn the system properly, and they will provide you one-to-one supervision, very careful supervision, and they will give you the support that you needed.
This is a very supportive environment for an international medical graduate to start their career in Australia. We're a supportive group of each other, we know each other, we are all working together at the moment and building something up.
I've got immense support from Yanin and the simulation team so that I can adjust to all the situations and you can learn everything properly before going to a real life scenario. At that time, I got to know that, well, I can do this and I'm ready to do this. So that support and the confidence that they built upon me, that was really impressive.
It's not only the medicine that comes into play when we become a doctor in a system. There's a lot of other things around us, how the management treats us, how we work along with our colleagues. I find that they are very much in par with us and they want to work with us. They want to figure out the solutions. They're working towards how we can support, provide medical care to the Maitland community. And they also understand the social problems of the IMGs, which I've never seen that happen anywhere else, especially with Hunter New England having this concierge service. I can see that they are looking beyond the clinical picture of an individual. That is something unique to us.
One of the things that helped was having contact through the Medical Concierge Service, where Lynn helped an awful lot. What she was able to do that I couldn't do was, while being in the UK, there's only so much conversation you can have with people over the phone. And there was one school that was really struggling to get in touch with, because every time I tried to call, the time differences and everything was very difficult. Within a day or two, she managed to actually speak to them directly, and then the school contacted me, which then meant I had choices. So I went from not knowing where our kids are going to end up to having options of where we could and knowing what facilities there were. So that was extremely helpful.
I'm originally back from Burma. How I end up in Maitland, I follow my son. Initially, I think that I will work here about a year or two. And when I look at the department, it's generalist-based model of care with a subspecialty support. That's my niche. That one point attracted me to stay in the Maitland Hospital to grow the generalist-based good training center in the future. So I am thinking myself that, okay, I'm part of Maitland now.
Specifically between surgical specialties and the anesthetic team, I think the job satisfaction is far higher than what I found in the UK.
One of the biggest problem for both of us, my wife and I, were the fact that we're going to leave our family and friends. But having made the decision to move, the whole journey was made far easier once I communicated with both the non-medical staff and the medical staff here in Maitland. The process of relocation was explained to me in detail. There was an enormous amount of help with the paperwork, and the clinical director on 3 or 4 occasions called me up to allay my fears, and that made a lot of difference in the moving process.
So what I do love about living in Maitland is nature. There is amazing places in the area for camping purposes. There are fantastic beaches. So we spend a lot of our time outdoors, and cost of living, housing, all of that I have found I can actually afford it. I live 8 minutes away from the hospital. My son's daycare is 4 minutes away from my house, so I don't sit in traffic the whole day. I'm close to my work, which is a privilege that you don't have in a large city.
And one thing I would always say is that the money you spend on a coffee in Australia is completely worth that money when compared to anywhere else in the world. So because you enjoy the weather, you enjoy the coffee, it's very hard to get a bad coffee in Australia. And the vibe that you get if you sit in a coffee shop is completely different from anywhere else you sit in the world. And all of these things make a huge difference to our life. It's very hard to describe in words, but only if you experience it yourself, you understand how great this country is.